Uzbekistan, it'll be Makhmadbekov in the white judogi, Akadov in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Jean-Claude Jimbi of Gabon.
Well, these two have met once before, and that occasion, it was Akadov the winner.
Kamil Magomedov is the coach, just coming out.
We were talking about that, weren't we? About the size of his arms, hands are like shovels, aren't they? Absolutely like shovels.
Right, well, as you can imagine, there's a huge cheer for Akadov.
Yes,
Akadov has the home crowd.
He's got the home crowd behind him, and it's a massive audience here, and they're all the way round now. They were in just two sides, but they're all the way round. They're around the back of us. They're surrounded. Yeah. So it's going to be pretty loud. He has an absolutely terrific Siatoshi Akadov, and he actually goes right the way between the legs when he does it. So we'll see what happens here.
A nervous-looking Minister of Sport there.
Yes, he does look a little bit nervous. I think he was smiling actually at the crowd, a rather partisan crowd, but that's usual, isn't it? And of course, Uzbekistan just behind France in the medals after day one. They had a great result yesterday.
He'll be wanting to go into cabinet on Monday morning and tell them what a great weekend they've had.
Of course he will. Well, of course, the big advantage of having a tournament on your home ground is that you can put 4 in every weight category if you've got 4, and that normally means a couple of juniors or a junior here and there. Gives the number 3s and 4s a chance to fight some of the top ones. That was a really nice action-reaction Kouchigari, that was. Absolute beauty. You see the pull he gets on it first of all. He pulls first and then gets the opposite reaction, and the little Kouchi on the foot there just takes Makhmadbekov down onto his front. So he needs a side landing or a back landing to get a score.
Good pressure from Akadov in that far left corner. Just had Makhmadbekov backed up there. And that was a nice change of direction as well. He almost came up with the score with the Kouchi, but Akadov managed to block that in the end. Couldn't follow it up on the ground. Makhmadbekov was quick to block that.
Well, that's the second one. Second Shido then, and that piles the pressure on him, because he will have to really start to get to be first into the attack. At the moment, he's failing miserably because he's been out-gripped, actually, on that sleeve. And he's looking at the sleeve, but Akadov, as long as he uses it, and he might just go in now with that grip.
Well, it can't be a false attack, because Akadov push
Yeah, exactly.
Makhmudbekov away from the attack.
There's 10,000 referees in here.
Yes, he could become the crowd silencer, couldn't he? Makhmudbekov.
Saw that a few times last week, didn't we? Somebody doesn't read the script. That's what we don't want, is booing. I mean, that's not what they need. Somebody, I'm just looking up at the crowd there, somebody winding them up to do it.
Yes, Makhmudbekov into the lion's den here.
It looks like this might go into golden score as well. We still haven't seen that Sianagi yet. I still think he's going to pop it in. Yeah, finding it difficult, Makhmudbekov. That wasn't far off. Makhmudbekov with a Kosoto there, he would have stolen it. And considering there was the Kosoto, and he very nearly put him onto his side there. It wasn't far off. Did well there, Akadov. Now it's his turn. Can he fire back? Yes, he does. And there's the Siatoshi that I was talking about. Two massive ones there, right the way between the legs. There's the first one. And as he comes back up, he does a second one as well. Well, was it? I don't think it was on the shoulders. That if it's on the points of the shoulders, they've been counting it as a score.
Well, Makhmudbekov is not out of it. Still looking dangerous.
Right and left Sianagis for Akadov.
Again, it would be difficult to call that a false attack because Akadov was moving away. That was a good defense. I thought that was a good defense from Akadov. But obviously not.
Yeah, I think so too, but
he was chasing the man down, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Akadov takes it with a third penalty. He's still got plenty of energy, still excited. Yeah, they love you too.
Yeah. Always good in front of your home crowd.
Yeah, there were medals for Uzbekistan yesterday, and they're going to be a hatful today, I think. That's the first of them. Shakram Akadov, the bronze medal in the under 73 kilo category. Just had the beating of Makhmadbekov.
Yeah, I don't think he really ever got into it, really. That was the really strong Seotoshi that he did.
Coming up next, the second of the bronze medal contests in the under 73 kilo category. Obidkon Nomanov of Uzbekistan goes up against Daniya Shamshayev of Kazakhstan. It'll be Nomanov in the white judogi, Shamshayev in blue. The referee in the middle for this one is Amano Akiko of Japan.
Well, it's been quite competitive today, and a lot of close matches, some of them going into golden score, but we have seen fighters coming out and trying to throw for a bomb. The great Ilias Iliadis there walking his fighter out. Yeah, another chance now for a bronze medal. Nomanov of Uzbekistan up against Shamshayev of Kazakhstan as they walk out. Very similar world rankings, 116 and 113. Oh, and the arm has gone. I think the arm got caught underneath there as he went down. And, wow, that was a huge throw. It really was. Opening seconds there, and that happened. And the crowd, out of respect, just a little bit quiet, just till we find out that everything's good.
Well, one of the difficulties, and we have to explain it, is the landing that the athlete was attempting to avoid. We've penalised. We penalised that for that very reason.
Yeah.
It's kind of, automatic. You don't want to land on your back, so you put your own arms behind you. And one of the things that can happen is that you end up causing yourself some damage. And Shamshayev is aware of that. He didn't have anything to do with it. He lifted his opponent up, attempted to execute the technique, and Nomanov, right, so, and during the execution of the technique, Shamshayev himself went on to his own head, which is also punishable. Now, we punished the attempt to avoid the landing with a Shido, but we punish going on your own head with Hansokamake. And Shamshayev, in the execution, or attempting to execute that technique, went on his own head, and that's why he was given the Hansokamake. All right, so I hope that has clarified things for you, and we're not going to Well, a couple of people in the crowd have just explained that.
Oh, yeah, just exactly what happened there.
Yeah. Right, so that one was over and done. We move smoothly now to the final of the under 73 kilo category. Daniil Lavrentev, one of the individual neutral athletes, goes up against Manuel Lombardo of Italy. It'll be Lavrentev in the white judogi, Lombardo in blue. Let's take a look at the route to the final. Shamuradov, Butbul, Najimudinov, Yoldashev and Shamshayev were defeated by Lavrentev. It was Tarada, Aliyev, Stodolsky and Akadov who were down by Lombardo on his route to the final. The referee in the middle for this one is Ioana Babiuk of Romania, and here is Neil Adams with some more information.
Oh yeah, I think this is going to be a terrific match. I really do. We were just talking about it, weren't we, when we were saying how we thought this might go. I think both of these fighters have different ways of doing techniques, and they can kind of steal a moment. I think that's the best way of explaining it, is that if a particular position should present itself, they can turn it on a dime to their advantage. And I think they're both the same kind of fighter as far as that's concerned. And that means from a centimetre off the ground, or just one of them makes a poor attack, they'll capitalise. And of course, Lombardo, he can come, he'll go at different directions, different sides. I mean, he does his Tobanagi, he does his Kataguruma. And of course, Lavrentev, he's got so many different things that he does that are unusual. So get ready for fireworks, because I think it's going to happen here. Well, I know where I'd go, but straight away. He just went straight to floor there, Lavrentev, which means he doesn't want to know Newaza. But of course, Lombardo not known for his Newaza. He has got it, he can do it.
Can't hang on to that one side for too long.
A lot been doing stuff off that belt. He's going to switch it in a minute, Lombardo.
Lavrentev very cleverly realising that he needs to tidy up his gi. And the reason for that is once the gi was out, Lombardo had just been holding quite low down. I'm not going to say where, but he was quite holding low down. It's out of the belt, and you can't really recognise them, can you? No. So Lavrentev said, hang on a minute, let me tidy things up here. Take that out of the equation.
Looking for the Kataguruma there, Lombardo. Minute 10 seconds gone, and we haven't really seen Lombardo put an attack in. I do suspect, however, that when it does go in, it will go in hard. And that was a stumble. Still hasn't attacked yet, Lombardo. Hasn't been able to. I mean, I've got to say, Lavrentev has turned him completely the wrong way around.
Yeah, he's a busy fighter, isn't he, Lavrentev?
Yeah, just hasn't given him chance. He hasn't let him settle at all. And if you do let him settle, he'll take advantage of it.
He's got a nice work rate, Daniil. I wonder if his brother, Dennis, is watching on. He was a good competitor himself.
Kochi. Definitely.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Nice turnover there. And he's in trouble. And now he's going to go again on that. He's got the arm. So, is it the Udigarami? He's got the Udigarami. Is he going to get the submission? Lombardo decides just to hold still. Now he rolls in towards it.
And out.
Manages to pull out, yes. He did well there. A little bit of a panic there, though, from Lombardo.
Yeah, good work on the ground from Lavrentev. And Lombardo picks up a penalty for passivity. There's a short shake of the head, but it's the right thing there. Just giving him a few looks, Lavrentev, that Lombardo's finding a little bit tricky to deal with. You see that from that one-sided grip.
Dominating, isn't he? He is. Lavrentev. No, it was definitely Lombardo who initiated that.
Half a minute left on the clock. Lombardo still giving the impression that he's working things out.
Well, that's exactly it, isn't it? I mean, he's working it out, and I just get the feeling that he's going to get a second Shido here, Lombardo. He hasn't done anything, really. He just seems to me as if he's one step behind, and Lavrentev is the one that's coming forwards.
Well, regulation time didn't bring us a score, but we're going to have a period of golden score now. Let's see if we can sort things out.
He's in control of this, isn't he, Lavrentev? And that doesn't, it doesn't reflect the actual contest. It really doesn't. But two Shidos now to Lavrentev. And that's the first time we've seen him absolutely being able to dive underneath for the Kataguruma. Sure that it's first in, Lavrentev. Look at that hip movement there. It's just, he's already through. He's halfway in already without the turn. That's got to be something for Lombardo. Yeah, Lombardo. I would have said Lombardo needed to get that. He hasn't done anything. And there's big arm over. Oh, now then, that was close. It was the elbow, though, and there was only, well, there was a gap in between the side and the mat. That was the closest, wasn't it? And that's exactly what we were talking about there, wasn't it? About saying that they can just pull it out of nothing there. Either one of these could score.
Lavrentev using the hand and the arm to keep himself from going over.
Another tough match. Seen so many of them today. They just had to grind it out, and here we are again in this final. It's been the way Oh, and Lafrentev gets
He
it.
gets the third penalty.
Yeah.
Lombardo just stepped things up, 3 attacks in a row, each one with Lavrentev not looking as though he was going over, but he was unsettled, had to put the hand down or the arm down to avoid going over. And
That was the difference.
yeah, tiny. But Lombardo, very clever at the end there, just stepping it up with a few attacks. So, a gold medal to Manuel Lombardo. Daniel Lavrentev has to settle for a silver.
Yeah, about the closest, wasn't it? Really. Definitely was Lombardo who nearly scored. Look at that. Just put your arm down and save yourself from going onto your side.
Well, we saw someone